Hang on, I'm putting on my wrist straps. So yeah, let's play some Mario Kart, because this came out yesterday. You can tell I was just doing Knockout Tour, because it defaulted the Knockout Tour there. I was playing Rosalina to try to get costumes, but honestly, I'm more of a Daisy person. I really like this touring outfit. Also, this one. I don't know if I've seen any like pre-release screenshots of this outfit, but I really like this outfit too. Didn't know until playing. It's like, oh hey, actually, there are 2 Daisy outfits I really like. And then you get the bike suit, which is, it's cool that you can pick it whenever you want now. You get that default, that's always good. Not super big on these 2. I guess this one's a fine sporty look, but also, so the way it works, if you don't know, is you pick up little food bags, and then the food will change your clothes, and I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be based on the food you eat. Multiple times now, I have been doing I forget if it was the tour mode or like Grand Prix, but doing the mode where it's between racetracks, but 2 times, out in the cold, it put me in the swimsuit. It's like, hey, if you're gonna put me in something, put me in this. This looks warm. I don't think I really have a main vehicle yet. Oh, those are the same stats. I think right now I'm feeling speed. Let's go Mach Rider. So yeah, I've done all these on 100 cc's, and now I'm trying to see if anything happens if you beat them all on 150. And I'm getting kind of stuck because I'm trying to get 3 stars, and I think for that you need to come in first in every race, which is not easy. Like you can see, second cup, I can't even do it. I keep getting beat going to Shy Guy Bazaar. Which one did I leave off on? This one? Alright. Man, the HD rumble on that, like, I know they slightly changed how HD rumble works with the new Joy-Cons. It feels good. They did a good job. I like how it feels. It's strong. I mean, not like intense strong, but like you feel it. You feel it working. I've never actually watched these videos play out. I'm just gonna let this play out. Yeah, one of my favorite screenshots from pre-release was Daisy in this outfit on the... Actually, I forget what vehicle she was on. Either one of the bikes or a scooter. The scooter. There was only the one scooter that I know of. Which is a really nice screenshot. And, you know, highlighting Daisy in this outfit that I really like. And also, it was Peach and Rosalina in their touring outfits too, I think. I don't think I've gotten theirs yet. I definitely don't have Rosalina's. I've gotten every outfit with Daisy, at least. Whoa, watch out, it's a wall. My triple! I still have not gotten the hang of wall riding. Yeah, see. I've not gotten the hang of wall running. Or rail grinding, for that matter. Not very good at that, either. And I don't know if doing multiple tricks in air gives you a bigger speed boost. Stop. I mean, 6th? Well, I may not be getting 3 stars on this one. This game's kind of hard on 150 cc's. I know people were saying like 100 was humbling to them, but like this, dang. Don't jump my shells. It's like a combination of, I guess, just not knowing the fastest routes yet, and the NPCs do know them. And also the items just smack you around all the time. Speaking of... No, you don't. Ah, my third one. Okay, I got it. Haha, take that, Birdo. I think... Do I need to turn my headphones up? No, I shouldn't. No, 'cause I think I was listening to music yesterday, so they should be at my normal volume. Okay, what are you showing me? Intro, cutscene? Nope, just where we're starting? Okay. Nothing fancy. Like, I swear, whenever lightning hits, it's always the most inconvenient time. It's always like I just picked up an item box. Ow. Or I'm charging my jump to try to do something cool. It's like other games. I don't know what it is. In other games, lightning just wasn't that inconvenient. Like, it still wasn't fun, but it wasn't like the most. Wait, that breaks the gold shell? I thought it plows through people. At least in a red shell. But yeah, in this game, I swear, it's always like when it's most inconvenient to be hit by it. Regardless of how long it lasts for. Because it feels pretty short in this game. Like the actual effect of being shrunken and losing out on top speed. It's like they realized that it's not a very fun power-up, but it's mainly just an annoying power-up, not one that's actually helpful. So they're just like, okay, well, we'll make it last like 2 seconds, but then also we'll... I mean, not that it hasn't always like taken away your items when you get hit, pretty sure. Pretty sure it's always done that. It's almost like they nerfed it because they knew that it was already just mainly an item remover. I learned that from one of the P-switches. I really should do more of those just to learn stuff like that. That's the core gameplay loop, I'm pretty sure. Now I've got a super horn, so I'm invincible. That's a nice item that they introduced in Mario Kart 8. The super horn, the very first item to be able to deal with the spiny shell properly. I don't know if in every game, but I know at least in 8, you can also outspeed it with a well-timed mushroom. And I've done that twice in this game, and I tried to take a screenshot of, or record a video of it, and it says I don't have enough memory for it. So I don't know if video clips on the Switch 2 are just, they're recorded in 4K, so they take up like a whole gig on their own. But yeah, sadly I have not been able to record proof of that, but I have done it twice in this game, so it's still doable. But yeah, the wait, was it Super Horn or Mega Horn? I don't remember which. Okay, don't waste the red shell. I said don't! Ow, okay, got knocked sideways by a car. Knocked off my wheels too, jeez. That's road rash right there. That's, in real life, that would be road rash. I have changed my clothes with food. Yeah, I swear, and I'm not the first person to have this train of thought. I actually remember when I watched Daz Review's video on Mario Kart, he said that, like, when you get the Mega Horn, it's kind of boring. Because when you have the Mega Horn and you're in first, it's just like, well, I guess I'll just hang on to it. And then you're not really doing anything. You're basically just going through the motions. Because now you're invincible. There's no fear of the spiny shell. But I like that in this game, at least, you know, you can still be doing tricks and stuff. You can still be trying to go faster. You could always be trying to go faster. Let me see if I can land on Peach. No. And that's possible. And I swear in this game, this feature, the, what's it called? Drafting? Or slipstreaming? More useful than it's ever been. I swear, I like, rarely use it in other games. Oh, great. But in this one, I swear I'm slipstreaming all the time. And I don't know if it's because they, like, rebalanced it to make it easier to do, or maybe it's just because items are more aggressive in this game, so I'm falling back more often, but yeah, that is my opinion, is that it's more useful in this game, which is good. You want to be utilizing your mechanics. Also, something I find a little bit disappointing about the costume system. I mean, aside from that, like you may have already heard if you heard or seen if you're playing yourself or watching other people play. So like not every character gets the same amount of costumes, which I'm not too disappointed by, like minion characters. You know, like the cow not having not having costumes. Like that makes sense to me, but what I don't think makes all that much sense is like, why do some characters that do have costumes have way less than others? You know, like the popular characters that you would expect, like Mario and Luigi and Peach, they got like 7 or 8 costumes, or maybe even more. You know how many Pauline has? 2. It's like, what? I'm just disappointed that like it's not an equal theming going on. Like, oh, everyone who eats the pizza gets this outfit. Everyone who gets popcorn at the booth theater gets this outfit. It's like, no, it's sometimes you go and you get the food and it just changes you into a costume you already have. Or more disappointingly, changes you back to your default. Like, why does it work like that? It's especially awkward when you're a Birdo, which that was the example I was going to use regardless of her being right there. Because, like, when you change out of your default costume as Birdo, you lose clothes. So it's kind of awkward. Like, one moment you have this nice racing outfit, and then suddenly you're naked. It's like, hey, why did the food take my clothes? Give them back. I like that outfit. Yeah, I just don't get why it works like that, because I thought the idea was that you eat the food, and then you get an outfit based on the food. So why does some food give you your default outfit? How is that based on the food? I guess I can kind of make sense of it with, like, I think for the one instance I had with doing that with Birdo, and then one instance with Bowser, it was like the Dino Jungle meat. I forget what kind of meat it was. I think it was meat on the bone. Of course it's meat on the bone. But something like that. So it's like, oh, well, it kind of makes sense, because, you know, it's the dinosaur food. Birdo kind of looks like a dinosaur. Bowser, not really like a dinosaur, but, you know, he's beastly. It kind of makes sense that his default outfit is the dino outfit. But it's still probably my biggest disappointment with this game is just lack of costumes. Which almost sounds like entitled, I guess, because it's like, well, you know, there's still plenty of costumes for some characters. The costumes that do exist are good. I'm just disappointed that there aren't more. Ow. Not quite the most inconvenient moment, but still like, man, I'm about to go off a ramp. Do you mind? Also, in case you have not seen yet, you can turn off the costume changes. So, like, you can still have the food item, but you can turn it off so it doesn't change your costume when you eat it. Which I think is nice. Nintendo doesn't always add options. But it's good that for once in this game they remembered, like, oh, hey, maybe people don't want to change their clothes every time they use this item to also get a speed boost. There's that ramp I was going off when I got hit by lightning. I wonder how hard it was to figure out, like, different places on different tracks to be able to do that little win cinematic on. I would, like getting it so that it could play right and then not have a scene be interrupted by a ramp or something. Let me change up this time. You know, I don't have any of Mario's costumes. Let me change that. What are your stats? It's a little weird. You can't check your stats from the character screen. You can't see what characters are good at what. It's only once you get into the kart screen that you can do it. That you can check stats. I think Mario actually has similar stats to Daisy. I think they are the same weight class. Or very similar. You know what? Sure. Tiny. Yeah, I was doing this one earlier. Got silver. King Boo won too many races. I'm gonna skip these. I don't like waiting around for them. I like honking at the start. Ooh, I wasn't sure I got that. I'm looking forward to hearing, like, the optimal strategies and the optimal routes and stuff. You know, once people start to figure out, like, the not necessarily just the best stuff, but I want to know, like, what people figure out about this game that maybe isn't obvious at a glance. Like, I saw that route up there. I just have never been able to get high enough to get up there. Come on, turn! Yeah, if ever there were a game to Mario Kart you, this is it. I swear, this game. It's like, it's not constantly Mario Karting you, but like, it definitely is aggressive. I feel like I have better luck hitting people with green shells in this game. I don't know if they're just faster or they have a bigger hitbox or what. I've had more successes with green shells in this game than the past. Also the Mega Horn, I think. Speaking of... Hey! I swear it shows up more often, and as evident by the fact that I just got hit by it 3 times in a row, man! Okay, no. Get back on track. How am I in 10th? Am I really that bad as Mario? Howie. This has got to be the worst I've ever done in this one so far. Freaking 18th. And all you're giving me is triple mushrooms. Give me the bullet bills! Like, I have not gotten any bullet bills yet. I've never gotten a bullet bill. Or lightning, I think. All I do have is a very itchy nose right now. Ah! I think you got that broke by his gold shell. Yeah, that was not an optimal route. That was not helpful. I'm especially curious about, like, do multiple tricks in the air help? They give you a bigger boost. How do you do rail grinding optimally? Like, do you want to stay connected to the rail, or do you want to keep doing tricks? I should just start over. That was bad. So like yeah, those are the two things I am most looking forward to seeing people figure out right now. It's like, what is the optimal rail grind strategy? And do multiple tricks help? I like this purple Yoshi, but sadly the colors of Yoshi are connected to his costume. So I have to have the top hat and monocle if I want to be this purple, and I don't really care for this outfit. I could be Boshi. I've had interestingly good luck with Bowser. Like, I don't normally play as heavyweight characters in Mario Kart, but I've been doing pretty okay as Bowser. Sure. It's basically the Koopa Clan car, so why not? One of my other favorite pre-release screenshots was the one with Bowser Jr. in that cart. Because it's like, oh man, it's like a Koopa Clown car. It's like Jr. in the clown car. That looks pretty cool. Let me tighten my wrist straps since the looseness is bothering me. Hi, I'm Bowser. Out of my way! Something that definitely feels good about this game is the turning, which I saw someone on Reddit say apparently the auto steering is on by default, so be sure to turn that off. Be sure to make sure that is off when you play, if that is something that you don't like to use. But when you turn that off, it's like, oh, actually, the steering's pretty good. Like, one of the reasons why I don't normally play as heavyweight characters is because it's like, they're just so loose. Their turning is so loose. And it's like, come on, move, do the turn. But in this game, I have no problem playing as Bowser. Was probably the main heavyweight I would play as. It's like I have him or Donkey Kong. I was gonna say or Wario. I guess at that point I'm just naming heavyweights. But normally I'm between like Daisy and Toadette. And I already got all the Toadette's costumes too. I don't know if I have all the Bowser Jr.'s yet. Maybe I'll place him next. Costume system has definitely been incentivizing me to play as more characters. It's like, oh, well, you know, I should play as Peach, because I don't have all the Peach's outfits yet. Okay, turn, Bowser. Turn. I feel like it's more these waves messing me up than Bowser's weight. You saw how I was doing with Mario. It's not the weight. Okay, get off the land. That land is bad land for some reason. It slows you down. Stupid coin taking up my inventory space. Yes, I realize the hypocrisy of me, and my name is Coin, and also I'm mad at the coin. And now I'm Nabbit. Thanks, Kamek. Isn't how they said it in that one trailer? That is a lot of explosions. What was going on there? I think it was actually the Mario Kart Nintendo Direct. The one specifically dedicated to this game. I think that's where they said... They gave Kamek an official pronunciation, and it's, like, I think it's not Kamek, but I forget what it was. So I'm just gonna stick with Kamek. 6th again? Like, ugh. Why am I so bad at this stage? Let me turn up my handling. Let me see if that helps. Bowser Jr., see if that... Does he have a good handling? I know lightweight characters are better with acceleration. Let me compare him to Bowser. Oh, does Heavier have better handling? Well, certainly not on Cute Scoot, that's for sure. Oh, wait, no, never mind. Definitely lightweight. Or where's the one I was just in? Oh, not as good handling. Let's do cute scoot. Seems like the kind of thing Junior probably wouldn't like. I don't think he would want to be cutesy. You know, he would want something that's big and metal and covered in spikes. And you know what? Me too. Even when I was a kid, I was like, no, I want spikes. Spikes are cool. Of course, I don't think I could name anything I had as a kid that had spikes on it, but... Why do I feel faster? That's weird. It's like, shouldn't I have been faster as Bowser? Maybe it is my handling. Maybe I've gotten too used to being on a bike. Maybe I've played with a bike too many times in a row. Still have not gotten the grind on that. Even though I know you can do it. Okay, don't hit the land. King Bo! Would you have a mushroom? Jeez. And honestly, for as much as like, obviously there's a skill element to this with the new mechanics, the new the wall grinding and or wall running and rail grinding. King Boo just fall off the track? Like, I swear the item RNG is like, when it's bad, it's bad. Like, it does kind of feel like if you want to get the 3 stars, you know, never mind getting the gold cup. But if you want the... stop. Don't land on the grass. That if you want to get 3 stars, I swear, you gotta get lucky with just your opponents not having good items. Or red shells. If ever I felt like Mario Kart only ever gives me shells and bananas, this is definitely reinforcing that. It's like, even when I'm in 5th, it's like, hey, you want triple bananas? Like, no, I don't. I'm in 5th. Give me a bullet bill. Well, if you're gonna give me triple items, give me, like, triple red shells or triple mushrooms, not triple bananas. Come on. No! Get out of the grass! No! I was trying to get King Boo. Okay, I'll take 2nd. This game is relentless. I do kind of feel bad for anyone who is going to, like, actually be, like, anyone who is the kind of player where they cannot move on until they have beaten the hardest challenge. Like, they cannot move on from the first, from Mushroom Cup until they get 3 stars on 150 cc's. It's like, that is not gonna be a fun way to play this game. I'll say that much. Whee! Ah! Yeah, wait. Yes, finally, a Starman when I actually need it. Nice jump, Mario. Unfortunately, Mega Mushroom. I know some people were worried about, like, oh man, the tracks look so big. Like, it's with all those players, like, is everyone gonna be too spaced out? Like, nope, definitely not a problem. If anything, I think that's the contributing factor to how chaotic it has been. It's because there were so many racers, and now there's more red shells to go around. Except when I'm the one who gets the item box, of course. Oh wait, I could've stayed on the rails. Or the power lines, technically. I said stop, baby Mario! I don't want you triple bananas. You're stupid. Of course, when I'm in first, that's when the spiny shell comes out. It's like, it makes me think of like, hey, you know the saying, always a bridesmaid, never a bride? Well, always hit by a spiny shell, never the thrower. Always the target, never the thrower. Ow. Hey, you see how short lightning lasts for? It's like 2 seconds. Like I said, it's like they realize, like, oh hey, actually being small isn't the actually bad part of the lightning. It's getting hit. It's the fact that it's unblockable. It is still unblock. Like unlike the spiny shell, which has become blockable, lightning still cannot be blocked. There is no defense. It's like the fatal blow or mortal draw in Twilight Princess. It's like there is no defense for it. The mortal draw deals death. Except it doesn't. There definitely are enemies in Twilight Princess who can block the mortal draw. It would have been so funny if I landed on the Goomba and bounced off them to win. It's like, man, if ever there were an appropriate fate for a Goomba in this game. Is King Boo seriously going to cause me to get a silver in this cup again? You know, I like this game's... I like this concept, but I don't really care for it as the Grand Prix. Because when you... like... you don't really get to experience the tracks you stop at. That is my main complaint with it. I like it, but I think it turns every track into one of those, like, big, long, like, oh, you only go around once because it's such a big, long track kind of deals. And I never really cared for that when they started doing it. I like it as, like, Knockout Tour. Knockout Tour is good. But I think as the Grand Prix should... I think it should still be... you actually stop at those tracks and then do the fully intended 3 laps or whatever. Ooh, I barely saw that coming. I feel like Grand Prix is a little too much like Knockout Tour. Now, you can still do, like, the standard lap setup if you do versus mode. Which is, it's good that that still exists in this game, but I'm just a little sad that their execution of, like, oh, what if you drove between the tracks is like, oh, it's only driving between the tracks, and then you do 1 lap and that's it. It feels like it undermines all the other... like, the only track that matters is track 1, and then 2, 3, and 4 don't matter because you're only there for 1 lap. In fact, it's set up such that I'm not even sure which tracks in this game have more than 1 lap. I was doing versus mode earlier, just trying to see, like, okay, well, I've only ever been on this stage in the Grand Prix. Let me go on this track in versus mode and see how many laps it has. Like Donkey Kong Spaceport, I was like, oh, I wonder how this track is gonna, like, how does it loop? It doesn't. It only has 1 lap. So, like, okay, that's fine for, you know, how it exists in the Grand Prix. Like, I've got no problem with Grand Prix only having one lap for that track, because it only has one lap anyway. But then, like, Mario Circuit. You go to Mario Circuit, you drive all the way down the Mario Circuit, and then you only do one lap? It's like, doesn't the original Mario Circuit have, like, 5 or 6 laps? It's like, I don't think any track in Super Mario Kart has only 3 laps. I think they always do at least, like, 4. Because they're smaller scale, and they're meant to reflect, like, real-life go-karting. Which does typically have more laps than just 3. So it's weird to me that they would move in the opposite direction and be like, nah, there's only 1 lap. I can see it on, like, Donkey Kong Spaceport. But there was, what was it? Like, I want to say Mushroom City, but that's probably not right. It was the city stage. I did that one in Versus as well. Don't fall off the track, please! I said please. And that also only had 1 lap. It's like, oh, well. Now I really do wonder how many tracks in this stage only have 1 lap. Because Grand Prix is built around, oh, well, you drive there, but then you only do 1 lap. I'm gonna get you, Goomba. I mean, really, as long as King Boo doesn't win again. Need to shut him out. Of course. I said shut King Boo out, not shut me out, game. You see that? Now King Boo is in first. I said shut him out, not give him the win. A thought occurs to me. I always go for the double item boxes. Are they set up where they have worse odds for good items? Or no odds at all for worse items? Is that why I keep always getting bananas and shells? Oh, well, that shell's off to Michigan. Guess that's just what happens when you throw a red shell in first. It takes its own path in life. It's exploding up there. The boomerangs. I swear the boomerangs are always coming out of nowhere, whacking me in the back. Oh, no. Let me start going exclusively for... Okay, well. Start going for single item boxes more often. Maybe now that I'm in first, it doesn't matter, because it's probably still going to skew towards not great items. As long as I can get a banana for... Never mind. I wish I could at least, like, hit the accelerator right when I land to try to recover faster. Excuse me. But I guess I prefer the spiny shell to the zapper in Crash Team Racing, because I've seen how ineffectual that, like, they nerfed that thing, and now it's just like, oh, well, if you don't know the exact perfect optimal route to go on this track, you are just never even gonna see the person who is in first place. You're just not even gonna know they exist, is how much of a lead they're gonna have, because they just know the track that well. And then you do the item that's the equivalent of the spiny shell in that game, but that doesn't do anything either. Just like, oh, you just shrug it off. I have not taken that route before. Ow. Well, it's okay. It's fine. I had a good lead over Koopa. I think Discord stopped automatically putting me in streamer mode when I open OBS. It's a good thing I have not been using a desktop audio, because you would have heard my Discord go off. Okay, there. That's gold. I know I had 54 points. I didn't see who in second, or who the person in second. How many points the person in second had, not who they are. Who is not a relevant question there. All right. Take that, King Boo. And a new vehicle. Let me take a sec to reply to that message chain. I don't know why I put my Joy-Cons up on the desk when that was not going to allow my hands to reach my keyboard. Let me see if I can fix the streamer mode thing. Okay, well, it does not seem to have started. Does not put me in streamer mode. I guess I can manually enable that. That's fine. Okay. Now take a sip of water. And then I guess I should take a break from trying to get trophies to show you free roam mode, because if I'm the only person you're watching play this and you have not played this yourself, you're probably wondering what it's like. And I don't think I have a strong opinion for what it really is. Like, it really is what they showed it as. It's, you get to go around the world and you can drive where you want. I don't know where I'm going. I see a giant flag in the sky. It's Moo Moo Meadows. Is that the cow holding the flag? See, I thought I heard that there was a mechanic where you can drive up to like NPCs out in the world and you take a picture of them, and then they get unlocked as drivers. I wonder if that was just for the demos or what, but I don't think that's a thing in this game. Just biplane out there, crop dust in boxes. Let me see if I can spot a P-switch. There's a pipe. I don't know why I feel like if I hit the top of the windmill, something will happen, but that's not. There are no balloons in this game. There's a P-switch. You know, I know Diddy Kong Racing fans are going to be devastated to hear that there are no balloons in this game. So, I know, right? Like super dumb and empty open world because there's no balloons. Like, sure, there are collectibles to find, but there are no balloons, so this game automatically sucks. Hop over the meadows and launch to the goal. Oh, okay. I thought that was gonna give me the plane wheels. Or plane wheels. Plane wings. How am I even gonna get enough momentum for that? How do I... There. Now that I'm not expecting to be able to fly, I can make it. Whee! And then gives you a sticker. Excuse me. I also remember seeing a mechanic where you can stick the stickers on your vehicle, but I have not... Let me quit out of free roam for a moment. So here's my stickers. It's unfortunately one of those games, I think, where if you don't mouse over an exclamation mark, it stays. So enjoy doing this. No, wait. Where's it? Oh, there's a manual. I just realized. Rocket start, drift, tighten your turn without losing speed. Get boost. When spark steering is set to off, the sparks can change color up to 3 times. Pull off tricks and get a small speed boost by pressing that right as you jump off a ramp. Tilt the stick to the left or right and hold A at A and B. Change the direction you're facing. Hold A and then R. And then you can jump. And you can do a small jump in that direction if you hold the stick. Ride along narrow surfaces such as handrails and power lines. You can even jump onto them using the charge jump. A jump boost or charge jump while facing a wall, you can really ride along the wall. And you can rewind. Why is the item box down there? That looks awkward. Rules. Grand Prix. Knockout Tour, Time Trial versus Balloon Battle Coin Runners. Free roam. P-switches. If you run over P-switches to start a mission, don't worry. If you have trouble with a particular challenge, persist and you'll succeed. Yeah, and I don't know if getting the question mark panels really does anything either, other than just giving you a sticker. It feels like everything is just to get a sticker, which is unfortunate. I thought for sure there was gonna be like a cart shop, and it'd be like, oh, get 5 peach medallions and you can buy a cart. But it does seem like these two things are the same thing. You hit the panel, you get a sticker. You get the coin, it gives you a sticker. And the difference is that panels are on the floor and walls, and these can be floating anywhere, like they can be floating over a jump. Yeah, I guess that's not a thing, is taking pictures of NPCs to get them as playable characters. Shoot, what sticker did I have on before? That one. I don't want to be Pro Red, I want to be Bowser Jr. Now I got this weird looking thing. Let me go in the... I'm sure I passed it. Go in this. Wait. Yeah, that still just changes, like, the thing next to my name. Well, I guess the vehicle's name in this case. That's for that. That's so weird. I could have sworn they confirmed in an interview, like, hey, look, if you collect stickers, you can put them all over your cart. I have to look at that again and see if I just misunderstood it. Alright, back to free roaming. So yeah, unfortunately, there's no... There's... Oh, look, there's a peach medallion up there. How do I... Can I knock the tree down? There's no story mode compelling you to do the races. Not even like a simple one where it's like, hey, why don't you try to become the champion? Here's the story of you becoming champion. Like, no, it's just... Free roam is free roam. So this is a little unfortunate. I know people were really saying, like, oh man, if only you had a story mode like Diddy Kong Racing. Like, I don't know why people are so obsessed with Diddy Kong Racing. Like, it's good, but it's not like the greatest thing ever. It certainly doesn't have that much of a story. So, oh, an evil wizard pig came from space, and now you gotta win races. Like, that's pretty much the extent of the story. That's not that impressive, honestly. Honestly, Crash Team Racing has more of a story, which also involves an alien coming from space, and it's like, hey, win these races. But there's also, like, elements of, well, okay, you got the teams set up, especially in the other games, where there is more of a story in, like, why these characters are on certain teams and stuff. And another thing, this is the open world. Everyone's like, oh man, I wish the open world would be like Diddy Kong Racing's open world. Diddy Kong Racing doesn't have an open world. It has a hub world. Like, this is an open world where you can if you see it, you can go to it. Oh, I'm gonna go over there to that track. Royal, oh, that's an ad, Royal Motors. Hang on, let me get distracted by grabbing this food. Hey, look, there's Peach. I'm gonna get hit by a truck. Hi, Mom. Hey, Mom, you want some of my pancakes? Look, Explorer Jr. Yeah, like this is an open world. Diddy Kong Racing doesn't have an open world. It's just a series of hallways that lead to the hubs. You know, the more hubs. The sub-hubs, I guess you could call them. No sub-hub sponsorship intended. Or no, wait, that's Grubhub. Maybe I'm thinking of American Dad's equivalent of Subway. But yeah, this is much more of a sandbox, whereas Diddy Kong Racing it's like a series of hallways that just sometimes has collectibles hidden behind a tree or something. Like, it's not. I don't know why people hold it in such high regard when when you look at it on paper. It's not impressive. Okay, neither was that performance. Jeez. I honestly think anyone who's like, man, I wish this game was more like Diddy Kong Racing. I honestly think those people are just nostalgia blind. It's like, this doesn't need to be more like Diddy Kong Racing. It's fine as it is. Being more like Diddy Kong Racing would not be a sudden improvement. I get the desire for having a story mode tying the races together, but like, a wizard pig coming from space is not a story. It's a sentence. A wizard pig came from space and forced us to race. Like, that's not... Anyway, I think I'm talking in circles. I think this game is fine as it is with these P-Switch challenges, because it's just... Like, that was something I wanted even before we knew this game existed, was I wanted them to do challenges like in Mario Kart DS and Tour. Come on, go over to the side, get up on the wall! How do you do that part? Jeez. Is it playing? Is it end credits theme from, what was that, Super Mario World? So yeah, I'm glad these P-Switch challenges exist. And I'm glad that they did them the way that they are done, where you can just hit retry and it sets you back to the start. It also prompts you to restart if you run out of time or if you beat it, which is a good way to teleport yourself back to where you started, because when you hit retry, it sets you in front of the P-Switch. It doesn't actually activate the P-Switch. So if you hit retry and then it's like, oh, well, I'm done, so I don't want to do it again, you can just drive away. Whoa, okay, there we go. Almost overshot it. And I can do a front wheelie while I'm grinding. I can lean kind of sideways. I don't think it does anything. Why'd you fall? Why did you fall? Why did you fall, Junior? What are you doing? Okay, I think that's enough. That's enough of that. It's like, yeah, you just go around and you hit P switches, you get question mark switches. You do you find the Peach medallions. It's something, you know. It's something other than racing, which I think that the series did need. I can understand someone saying like maybe it's underwhelming. Maybe not worth $80, but yeah, I will, I was gonna say defend this game against the people who think it needs to be more like Diddy Kong Racing, but it's not like that's an insult. Who do I want to be? I'll be Baby Mario. Because I really like how Baby Mario looks in the little dumpy. Like, just putting the baby character in the one vehicle that is just straight up a toy. I like that. Okay, so I got, yeah, 1 star on that. So I only got 2 more cups to do. Man, I should turn on the fan. It's getting hot. But I also want to keep playing. I don't want to pause to turn on a fan. Stop up at me, Junior! You know, I keep trying to grind on some of the rails, some of the, like, guard rails, and it turns out that they're not, like, solid enough. Like, I'll grind for a bit, but then they'll come out from under me because they're also something you can knock over if you run into it from the side. So it's a little weird, the fact that you can grind on them at all. Like, let me see if I can get on one of them. Like, see, you can knock through them, but then also, oh, of course I'm in first when the spine. Yeah, take that, Junior. But if I can get a jump going, I can show you you can grind on them. But they're not the most stable thing. Sometimes you're grinding and then they just come out from under you. So it's like they don't want you grinding on them, but you can. Well, if you aim right, you can. My feather. Banana. Yeah, see, you can grind on them, but you also can slam through them. I kind of wish you couldn't slam through them, because I prefer grinding. Hey! Don't give me 2 coins. I found them, guys. Whoa, okay. Flying controls a little strangely in this game. I still have not gotten the hang of it. It's like it's heavier than the glider, which I guess makes sense because they're metal wings. They're not parachutes. But it's a little unwieldy, and I don't know if they meant for it to be unwieldy or they just didn't tighten it. Hang on, I'm scratching my nose. And now to leave the fun. Junior! Junior! Cow, no! Whee. I'm glad they added rail grinding. That's the kind of environmental design that I like. Or is there a word for that? Like when the gameplay meshes with the environment design in a way that's fun. You know, it starts to impart the Tetris effect on you because you start thinking like, oh wait, I can grind on that, and I can grind on that, and then when you're out in real life, and you start seeing stuff, it's like, oh, I can grind on that. Wait, no, I can't. This is real life. Like that was something I remember from when I first played Sunset Overdrive. It's like it just got stuck in my mind of like, oh, you can grind that, and then you bounce off of that, and you keep going. So like I would be out, I would be out for a walk, and it was like, oh, power lines, I can grab that with my whatever the hook thing is that you use to slide on stuff in Sunset Overdrive is. You know, you can hang from them and go sliding. It's like, oh wait, no, I can't. This is real life. You see, I don't like this. That we're showing up at this track and now we're only doing one lap. It's like I know this track is worth more than that. So I don't know why we drive all the way out here and then we do just one lap. Nope, didn't make it on the rail. I am now invincible. I have the Mega Horn and a backup banana. And that was the final lap. Oh look, my truck is actually dirty. I didn't notice that. The vehicles actually get dirty when they go through the mud. Not super dirty, like the wheels are still pretty clean, but... I like how it just got clean from going off that jump and then back into the mud. And now it's time to leave. You know, it's like if you went to Taco Bell and you drove all the way out to Taco Bell, you ordered the 3 tacos, you ate 1 taco, and then you decide, all right, I'm gonna go drive to Arby's. Oh, well, I guess this is part of the track, so. You ate the other half. You ate half of 1 taco, and then a whole taco. Or no, a whole taco, and then half of 1, and then you drove off to Arby's. On the other side of town. Take you like 20 minutes to get there. It just feels weird as what's... You know, Grand Prix is like the traditional mode. But they made it not play out traditionally. It's... I keep trying to, like... Well, I keep trying to not overshoot jumps when I do the charge jump and try to go onto a rail. But then sometimes I undershoot it and I don't land on it at all and I crash through it. Yeah, don't go for my coins or I'll smack you with a shell. Take that, Yoshi. Oh, that was gonna get that rail grind. Glad they brought back Toad Factory. This is probably one of my favorite stages from Wii. And it's even cooler in this game because now you can wall run and stuff. Like it feels like a stage that it's a good stage to bring back, but then also they chose the right game to do it in because it meshes with the new mechanics well. See if I can get up on that. Ow. Catch up, please. See, I like this part with the trucks moving back and forth, causing me to get 3rd place because of the mud. Did I steal 2nd? I had one race where I stole 1st from Lakitu, like right at the end. Yeah, there we go. So I'm no longer getting 3 stars, but as long as I get gold, I'll take it. I mainly want to see if mirror mode exists. I can understand if it doesn't, because, you know, you're not just flipping a track now, you're flipping the entire world. But, you know, it goes back to my thing about Twilight Princess Wii, where, like, I don't understand how it was easier for them to flip the entire game than to flip just Link. So maybe that'd be true for this game. It'd be easy to flip the entire world. And maybe mirror mode would not be as hard as I think. So like that's really why I want to try to get gold on all the tracks. Because I'm just thinking like, well, if mirror mode exists, that's probably how you get it, right? Because that's how you get into the other games. Just noticed the back of his helmet just says baby. Well, baby racing, I think. But it's funny, it's just it's a baby in a racing helmet that says baby. It's like just in case you forgot how old this kid is. Well, don't sick those on me. Although those rolling chain chomps and that boulder, also great examples of the HD rumble in this game. You can really feel them rolling by when, you know, they roll by. You feel their weight. It's especially exciting when you get a close call. It's like, oh man, I really felt that one. Ow! And I felt that. Well, that certainly would have been very inopportune lightning if I had actually pulled off the wall run I was trying to do that I didn't input the jump for correctly. That is definitely the tricky thing about the charge jump being hold the drift button. It can be a little tricky getting the game to recognize the difference between trying to go for a jump and trying to do a drift. Drifting is still responsive, I can say that much at least. But sometimes it's like, man, I didn't want to drift, I wanted to jump. I don't know if putting that on a different button really would have helped, though. So I guess part of the control scheme is that either shoulder button works. So whichever one you're most comfortable with, you can do. And it makes it easier to pick up and play. Man, if I had just done better on Toad Factory, I would have won. Or would have got 3 stars, I think. Did I at least get 2? I got 2. That's good enough. And I do know that the cups trickle down, so you do not have to do 50 cc's if you do anything higher. Like you can just skip slow and boring mode and go straight to exciting mode if that's what you want to do. Sure, I'll be Baby Mario again. Actually, no. No. Baby Luigi. I know Baby Mario has like a construction outfit that goes perfect with this cart. But let's try to get some stuff for Baby Luigi as well. I wonder if it's... Because like this says I got 3 stars and gold cup. Not for 150 cc's, but it's counting basically my highest star score and my highest cup score at the same time. So I'm wondering like if there's anything that unlocks from either getting 3 stars or just gold cups or both. And then 3 stars doesn't matter if it's on the highest CCs, it just matters that you got it at all on that cup. Looks like if you see the ones that still have 2 stars, that was from... Well, I guess you can't really tell because I also got 2 stars on 150, but... And then I guess it trickled down, but... But like, it doesn't... Getting 2 stars on this didn't ruin the 3 stars I got here. It still says 3 stars gold cup, so it makes me wonder, does it even care? Does the game... Is it just tracking it separately? Could I have these all be 3 stars if I just played this on 50 cc's and just beat it by way of not being terrible at Mario Kart and got 3 stars? I would not want to do that, but I'm definitely curious if anything happens, and if yes, does it care? How, what difficulty level you had it on when you got those stars? It seems to not care. I don't know what I was waiting for. Just hit the button. Oh, look, Pokey's in a cart. Ah, move faster. Ah, ha. No one's made that joke yet. This is another stage I definitely like. I like the giant garden aesthetic. And it's got a good layout because of it. You know, I like rail grinding off of these plants and bouncing off the mushrooms. Okay, I definitely just saw a shortcut I could have taken if I had a mushroom. Whoa! Oh right, I'm booed. I got booed out. Ow! Welcome back, Boomerang. Okay, let me try to get on the inside of the turn. I'm just realizing, like, was the gold shell originally thought up as, like, let's trick players into trying to collect these coins so that the person who threw the shell can line up a different weapon. You know, a different eye. Hit them with something else. Like, if you get the gold shell and then you get triple grains, it's like you're absolutely... The game absolutely set you up to trick people with the coin trail. Like, ooh, coins! And then... They're just right in your line of fire for the green shells. Also, I think when you throw a shell on a rail, it automatically follows the rail. Which kind of gives green shells a buff when you're going on the rails. Oh! Overshot it. Excuse me, Daisy. No, 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 no! Okay. Man, Baby Luigi's so confident now. Well, I guess I don't know that Baby Luigi was ever not confident. That's really adult Luigi that's not. I swear that that creature is designed specifically to encourage you to land on its back and get a bounce. I have not been able to line up a bounce. And some good. Well, there was at least one time I threw a bomb forward and actually got the person ahead of me. So it can be done, it's just not easy. I think I just got lucky and just happened to throw it when there was a dip in the tracks, so it took longer. It technically took longer to get to it. So it just happened that they drove right in front of it as it blew up. You fell right into my trap. I used the banana to coax you in front of me. I am a baby genius. Okay, well, we do... I guess we do 2 laps on Mario Circuit. It still feels weird. Wait, why me? Haha. I didn't mean to do that, but it helped. Okay, a boo would have been very helpful for avoiding those. Don't take both. Don't take 2 of my green shells. 1 per person. Oh wait, do we do 3 laps? Because I think we were on 3 laps when we got there. So I think it technically counts getting there as part of the first lap. And then you go around and then cross the finish line again, and that's your full lap for 3. I'm sure that makes 0 sense. Ow. So I think technically we passed the start line for this track 4 times. But it doesn't start counting it as a new lap until after that initial lap. I can't believe I caught up. No! Wait, is that not even dry bones? That's one of the fish? It's fishbone. Fish! Fish! Yeah, I honestly have no idea what Peach Stadium is even like when you're not doing Grand Prix, because I've only ever seen it as a track not starting in the Grand Prix. Like a track in the middle of the Grand Prix, never the start of one. So I don't even know how many laps it has. Dude! I hate when being too close to the other racers makes you miss out on items. Ghost Bowser. I can't even slipstream him, can I? Ah, my triples. Excuse me. And then right onto the power line. Oh, and I missed. Take that, fish. Now you're a frozen fish. Just like in the freezer aisle at the grocery store. Get it? Drink your milk, Luigi. And get absolutely no costume from it. Okay, I'm pretty sure I have that setting turned off. I'm pretty sure I can change my costume from that. So apparently getting turned into an enemy by Kamek is how you get the minion characters. And I don't know if it has to be Grand Prix. I'm not sure if I have Goomba yet. I did turn into Goomba before, but it didn't say it was new, and I thought that was the first time I turned into Goomba. Steadily raising the pitch of my voice as I keep saying things. I'm gonna hit this right. Don't hit that car. You know, I'm starting to think, actually, that doing multiple tricks in midair is not for more speed boost, but actually, if you do a trick, it helps you move better. It helps you move a little farther midair. Okay, so it does actually do a lap count when you cross into the track for the first time. I don't know if it did that with Mario Circuit, though. Like, I'm pretty sure that if you do a trick to the side, it helps you jump to the side more. Especially in the plane. In the plane, it's basically a barrel roll. Give me the horn. Ow. Well, I don't know if it classifies as being Mario Karted if you only get hit by 2 items in a row, but definitely 2 or 3 items in a row feels pretty common in this game. I'm just now realizing I think Baby Mario and Baby Luigi got recast. Their voices. I think they might be actual children now. Which I'm pretty sure before it was just Charles Martinet either doing a voice and or being pitched up. Oh wait, this is the final race. I don't know why I thought that was the final race. Yeah, see. But if I do to the side, it feels like it's helping me turn better. And then you just do a neutral trick and it just doesn't feel like it does anything. I'm just doing this to go through the animations. But I love the wave physics in this game. You're like riding on the tops of them, getting jumps off of them. It's like Wave Race or something. I don't think I've ever actually played Wave Race for more than a couple minutes. Take that, cow. Stop evading online. I'm getting beamed up. And I like how they brought back the animation of them, like, flying. Like, when you get taken through a launcher section. And they're, like, struggling to hang on to the cart. I swear they have not done that since Double Dash. I could definitely be wrong, but I swear. They haven't done it since Double Dash. The Rainbow Road in this game feels like it's an homage to all the Rainbow Roads. Stop! Jeez! I get it, I'm in 9th place. Stop kicking me. Because this part kind of feels like it's like 3DS Rainbow Road. Ow! If you're gonna hit me with a red shell, at least actually throw the red shell. Don't just come up from behind me with a spinning triplicate of red shells. Although it also reminds me of how they remade Rainbow Road 64 in 8. This part feels kind of reminiscent of Wii Double Dash. Double Dash Rainbow. You still have shells? Why do you still have triple red shells, baby Peach? Oh, sure, now you throw them? And then kind of like back to 3DS. Except, oh, suddenly it's doing its own thing. This is the homage to Mario Kart World. / Mario Galaxy, I guess. It's the Lumas. Screw the water, I'm gonna go on land. Bye, Daisy. And now it's kind of like, well, they got the train, so it is kind of like the remade 64 Rainbow Road again. Although it says Sunshine Railroad, so it makes me think it's an homage to how in Mario Sunshine, some of the secret level backgrounds had a train that would appear and disappear and go along the tracks on the skybox. I think that's the reference they're going for. But hey! And now we're going to Mario Kart 8 Rainbow Road. Space Station. Like, I'm pretty confident that it's intentionally trying to combine themes from all kinds of Rainbow Roads. Rainbow Road throughout the years. Beep beep. I should have saved that, but you know what? I'm mad. And I don't mind Rainbow Road being a track that's... And here's your SNES, Rainbow Road. I don't mind this being a track that's... You only do one lap. I kind of mind it for Mario 64's Rainbow Road when they remade it in 8. I don't think it's long enough to need to be that much of that kind of track. No, come on, I'm near the... Oh wait, that's not the end. We're only on lap 4. And this feels like an homage to Double Dash's Rainbow Road. Finally, my Rainbow Road. Oh, you can shake the controller to do tricks. And it knows which direction you're swiping, too. Yeah, especially with this kind of Rainbow Road, I think it makes sense for this to only... What? I think it makes sense to only go along at once. Like, it feels like it is 5 laps, but each lap is its own track. Rather than it just being one long track, and it's like, okay, well, it's so long, so we're just gonna break it into five chunks. Speedrun strat maybe, though? Oh, I thought he was gonna bring me to the... Okay. I don't think I'm coming back from that. But yeah, I don't think Mario Kart 64's Rainbow Road was long enough to need to be one lap. This definitely is. But I know 64's Rainbow Road has something of a reputation for being a really long track. So maybe just being 2 laps would have been a good compromise. But I don't like the binary of it's either 3 laps or 1 lap. And never any other kind of never any other amount of laps, unless you're Baby Road, because then we have to do 8 laps. Or 7 or whatever. Baby, did I say Baby Road? Baby Park. Because that track is specifically designed to be multiple laps, more than just 3 laps. So you kind of ruin the stage if you make it any less than 7 or 8 or whatever it was. But I definitely hope if they do DLC that they remake Double Dash's Rainbow Road, because I've been waiting for them to do that. Oh yeah, and then the credits. I can skip those. Okay, well, I think I'm gonna go on break because it's break time, and then when we come back, I don't know, we'll do the knockout tour. Actually, hang on. Did anything change from me getting, like, doing all the cups? I don't think so. I also kind of want to just beat these on, beat them on 50 cc's, try to get 3 stars on that, see if that does anything, but I'm starting to lean towards no. No, that's it. You unlock Rainbow Road, and that is the most special thing you do in Grand Prix. Well, that and I think beating every cup gets you a new character, but I don't know. But it feels like unlocks in this game are meant to be surprising. You know, like with what characters you get from Kamek's transformations, and I don't know. It felt like there was a bunch of surprises when I was playing Free Roam the first time, because there was like a couple of charging trucks drove by and it said target above their head, and I was like, what is that? And I followed them, and they kept throwing item boxes that like gave you grain shells, and I threw the shells at them and beat both of them, and it was like, you did it, you beat both of them, and it gave me a sticker. So there's got to be more stuff like that out there in Free Roam that I just have not played Free Roam for long enough to find. But Yeah, it definitely feels like they want this game to be surprising like that, where you're out in free roam. I was like, wait, what? What is that? Huh? But I just have not encountered a lot of it. But anyway, break time. We're back. I like how it just happened to come back when Daisy's on screen. But she's not in the tour outfit. It's not the same. Putting on a strap. And then the other one. Is this that one song from Mario Odyssey that people really like? It's cool that there's a remix of that in this game without it being a track. Like they just threw that in here because people like that song. Okay, well, let me see what I have done in Knockout Tour. Everything, okay. Then let's go back to Grand Prix. And I'll be... a dolphin. No, I'll be Mario. I still want to unlock his outfits. On the dolphin. No, I don't want it. Rob, maybe? I don't want to be in a cart. Or, I don't want to be on a bike. Let's do a cart. What was I gonna be? The charging truck? Was that what I did before? No, I can probably manage 100 cc's. Let me try to get the 3 stars on that. Let's not turn it down to baby mode here. DK pass. I swear this track is my bane. It's like these opening turns are really tricky. And then like this final part, I swear I'm always getting, well, not always, but like I have frequently had people pass me at the last second on the last lap. It's like, where did you come from? How did you do that? And I think this is in Mario Kart 7 as well. And I didn't care for it there then. I think one of those words was redundant. And I didn't care for it then. And this is probably for the same reason. It's probably those opening turns. Haha, I have defenses. This would be a good time to get a feather. I've seen NPCs jump that, which is cool. I like those places where you can actually use the feather to jump things and get some... get a bit of an advantage. Makes it a little bit like Crash Team Racing in that regard. When you can jump stuff. In fact, let me try to... Nope. I'm trying to jump into the wall. To, like, wall run. You know, okay, so I don't know if this is going to surprise anyone else, but I was surprised at how easy it was to transfer my Animal Crossing save data. Because I know they have the island transfer tool, so I was worried, like, when I was transferring to my Switch 2, I was like, oh, am I going to have to set that up? You know, is it going to assume I wanted to start over and just leave my island behind on my original Switch, or my... I guess it's not original, it's the OLED. But no, it automatically transferred it. So that was cool. And then I like that... I swear I was going to hit myself with my own shell. I like that after you transfer your island to another console, you have like an opportunity to either like start over or, you know, like pick an existing islander, you know, existing human character, which, you know, it's basically an opportunity of like if you had like multiple profiles on there that were both you, it's an opportunity to switch which one is assigned to what profile, because it doesn't go based off of profile. It's just like, hey, you're starting Animal Crossing. Which one of these guys is you? Which is probably why Animal Crossing is so weird about cloud saves, because I know that was a big thing. It was like, oh, Animal Crossing doesn't support cloud saves. Why? Well, it's like, because the island is per console, not per player. You know, it's not just that they don't want you abusing cloud saves to cheat items. It's also that it's the whole island, so how can you update the save data for that? Or, like, roll it back, but only do it for one person? Because it's a shared experience. Which I still don't think it was smart forcing one island per console. It would have been nice as an option, but as the only thing, it's kind of silly. But the cloud saving I get. Which is why I'm surprised that transferring it was so easy. And then it also gives you that opportunity to like, oh, well, which one of these profiles is you? So if I had multiple profiles, I probably could have switched it around. But the main thing I want to get at was that, so when I had transferred my data from my original Switch to my OLED, I brought my Animal Crossing island over, and then later I was like, you know, I want to do a new island. So instead of erasing that island, I did a new one on my original, since now that had no data because it was transferred to the new Switch. So I had that opportunity to start a new island without having to do anything extra, really. I had that free real estate. So with getting the Switch 2, it's like, well, do I want to transfer my main island, or my original one, or do I want to transfer the second one, which I honestly like better. I like it more because I had a better layout. I also modified it. Actually, I think I had basically the same layout, but I modified it differently. You know, once I got the create tools, I changed up the terrain. Which I don't know, I'm weird about it. I feel like I was really weird about it because I didn't want to heavily modify the original island that I spawned with. I didn't want to modify the terrain. But now that I've done a second island where I just went nuts with that, well, maybe not as nuts as some people, but for me, I went nuts. You know, I actually had a plan going in. And let me tell you, it was a pain moving around all those buildings because they sure kind of force your hand in the beginning, but then once you get create tools, it's like, oh, well, now you can move buildings around and stuff. So. But once everyone's moving in initially, it's like, well, you only have so many places you can put them. So if you want to put people up on higher inclines, it's like, well, you don't really get to do that. Anyway. My point is, my second island, I think, is nicer. So I was thinking, maybe I will, like, if I have the opportunity, maybe I'll just leave my original island on my Switch OLED and put my new island on my Switch 2. But because it automatically transferred, I'm like, oh, okay. But then I thought about it. It's like, wait, well, let me look into how the island transfer tool works. Can I go from a Switch 2 to a Switch 1? And the answer is yes. So that's nice. So I basically... Well, I want to make a Futurama reference, but it's kind of a long reference to explain. But, like... So basically it's like a puzzle where, like, oh, well, you need to transfer this thing around, but you can't put it back where you just got it from. It can only go from one thing to another, you know, one empty space to another. So because both spaces are occupied, you can't just switch between it. You have to put one in an empty space. The Switch 2, in this case, was the empty space. So the short of it is, now I have that second island on my Switch 2, and I put my main island back on my OLED. And I'm actually really glad that it does the thing. Yes, I got sightseeing. It's the sunshine outfit. I'm really glad that the profile system worked how it did, where instead of being based on the profile, it basically asked you like, hey, which one of these is you? Because when I made the second island, I did it on my alternate profile. And actually, I don't even think it's the same alternate profile that I had on my OLED. But I thought for sure that it was going to stick with the profile that created that character. So I wasn't even sure I could transfer my second island to my Switch 2 because it was created with a different profile. But no, because it asks you which character is you, that it basically gave me an opportunity to change which profile was connected to it. So now, actually, with this second island, I now have access to the DLC because I couldn't do that with my alternate profile because it's not. Actually, I forget if I bought the DLC or if I have it because it comes free with the expansion pass. But either way, creating an alternate profile to play Animal Crossing on didn't let me use the DLC, but now I can, because now both of my islands have their island representative as they're associated with my profile. Which I don't even remember how I got. Wait, which? I think actually my original Switch still technically has my profile on it, like my main profile. I don't remember when that happened, but it's on there with like, so it's weirdly enough, instead of being in the order of the accounts being created, now the order of profiles on there is my second account and then my brother's account that he made before he had his own Switch. That he just never transferred because I guess he didn't care. And then my main profile. So I don't know when. Like I guess it got erased when I transferred to the OLED. But then I put it back at some point. I don't know why. But yeah, the short of it is that now both of my islands have access to the DLC, so that's cool. So I may get back into playing Animal Crossing because now I have more stuff to do on the second island. I want to get those DLC items. I was a bit bummed about that before because I know I had places I would like to put items from that DLC pack in. So now that I can get them, it's like, oh, well, I should do it. It's kind of funny how Animal Crossing didn't get a Switch 2 upgrade, but just in a weird roundabout way, the Switch 2 did give me a reason to play Animal Crossing again. Okay, I didn't get to line up myself for that jump right. There was a wall grind or a rail grind there that I missed. Whoa. Wasn't sure I was going to make that. Oh. Excuse me. I forget, is that the last track for this cup? Oh, it is. Okay. Have I been talking about Animal Crossing the whole time we've been doing this cup? It doesn't feel like I was, but I think that was the main thing I started talking about when coming back from break. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Oh, it's an ice cream cup, because it takes you through the ice cream place. Well, ice cream cone themed cup is what I meant to say. I know it's not a cup in which you put ice cream. Like, I know it's called an ice cream cone. And I've got the only costume I actually cared to get for Mario. Because it's the sunshine sunglasses and shirt that you get when you beat the game. And then flip-flops. I almost want to say I'll just play as Luigi now. I'll be Goomba. I haven't played as a minion yet. You know, on purpose. Because obviously I've been transformed by Kamek plenty of times. Goomba on a scooter. Wow, look at that acceleration. Goomba got good acceleration and handling. Yeah, it's labeled as 3 stars now. It's 3 stars, gold cup. I don't think it cares what CCs. Or maybe, okay. It just occurred to me. Maybe it's just saying like, oh, here's your top scores for each of these. But then the part that matters is when you click on it, and it's like, oh, okay, well now it shows you individually. So maybe it's just doing this for this. It's displaying like this for the sake of like, you know, keeping the details down. You know, not crowding this with unnecessary detail of like, well, which cups, which CCs have what cup, and then you click on it, and it's okay, those ones have those. But I still want to see if anything happens if you get them all to be 3 stars gold cups, regardless of CCs. It's still technically tracking per CCs, but just not on the main screen, so it makes me think it's not important. Yeah, I've been popping a bunch of different games into my Switch 2, seeing which ones look good. And you know, possibly run better. Which, I guess really that's the thing that's more guaranteed. Because the hardware is better, so it is just gonna run faster pretty much no matter what. Unless they, like, intentionally throttle the hardware. Which I don't see why they'd do that. You want load times to just get better on their own and not need an upgrade. Take that blue shell for me. Thank you. Dang it, I called it the blue shell, even though I know it's the spiny shell. It's officially the spiny shell. Ah, I thought that would get me somewhere. I'm not sure if I have any, like, particular games to report I was, like, surprised by the performance of. If anything, I'm more surprised about how I don't notice it. It's like, obviously, like, this game looks good. And, like, ARMS looks good. That's a game I know got an upgrade to support the performance of the console. But it's more that it's not like suddenly ARMS looks fantastic. Or that this game looks particularly better than Mario Kart 8. It's just that it doesn't look worse from having a higher resolution screen. A bigger, higher resolution screen. I should have had a pause there. I suppose that requires a comma. A bigger, comma, higher resolution screen. Donk. Because I've been playing, like, Crash and Spyro remakes on my OLED Switch. And they look good. Yeah, a little... Spyro can get a little fuzzy, but it still looks good. But then you put it in Switch 2, and it's like, oh, okay. I definitely noticed the shortcomings now. If I didn't before, I definitely do now. Or, like, I tried the Assassin's Creeds I have. I played the 3 remaster, and I booted up Brotherhood in the Ezio collection. And it's like, sure, their frame rates are going to be stable now, but they're still low resolution, so it's actually kind of looks worse on this screen that I know is capable of better. Or, you know, maybe that's just me expecting, like, oh, it's going to look incredible, and then it doesn't, and then I'm disappointed. Come on. Get him! Ow, not me! But yeah, like, ARMS is definitely my go-to example of that. Like, ARMS looks great on the Switch 1. And it looks great on the Switch 2. I don't really notice a difference. I think it's more just the fact that, you know, you play on Switch 1, it's a lower resolution, and maybe can't keep the frame rate as stable, but then you play on Switch 2, and it does keep it stable, and, you know, there's no resolution problems. I did try Minecraft today, because I was really curious, like, oh, is it going to load fast? Like, is it going to load the chunks faster on Switch 2 without an upgrade? I think it did. I think it was loading, like, the chunks of the world, like, faster, so it's kind of a bit more immersive. Oh. I missed the thing I was waiting for. Stop drifting. I'm trying to jump on the rail. Try to do this again. Nice. Screw anyone else who makes that jump. I'm just gonna throw all my bananas out. Okay. Mushroom through that? Okay. Didn't do anything cool, but I guess it wasn't that much of a shortcut. Oh well. I didn't know the horns were exclusive to the vehicles. The pipe's horn is just the sound effect of going down a pipe. That's pretty funny. Trying to think if I have anything more to say about the performance of the Switch 2. Like, it's definitely good. I definitely enjoy it. I think it's definitely going to be more impressive as time goes on and more games are updated to support it. Like, especially the already existing games getting free updates. I think that's really gonna help things. It's really a question of what games are gonna get free updates, or, you know, any kind of update to support the hardware. I'm definitely expecting, like, you know, I'm not one of those cynical people who's like, oh, you know, we're lucky we got what updates we did get for free, and then from here on they're all going to be $20 or more. It's like, no, that's stupid. It's like, I know it's silly that Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom are paid updates, even though they don't really change much or add much. But I think it's also silly to be mad at, like, Kirby or Mario Party. It's like, why is it $20 for a performance patch? It's like, it's not. It's DLC that also includes the performance patch. Like, it goes back to something I've said before. Like, do you want the developers to be paid? Do you want them to get money for the work that they do? Do you really think that all performance patches should be free? Like, they could just be making, you know, they could do the route I'm sure most developers are going to do, and they're just going to be like, hey, look, here's Switch 2 edition. It's a completely different port than what you got before. Instead of, you know, updating the games for free. Or, you know, any kind of, like, you know, the other companies are obviously going to take the opportunity to charge you for a game you already, charge you full price for a game you already own. Like, Ezio Collection, I am absolutely expecting Ubisoft to be like, hey, you know that game you bought for like $30? Can you give us another $30 for this version that just looks like how it looks on the other consoles, but now it's on Switch 2? But like Nintendo, I don't think they're gonna do anything stupid like that. Like, I think they're gonna be sensible about it. So, you know, I was gonna use like Mario Kart 8 as an example. Like, oh, if they ported that, it would either be a free update or, you know, it would at least include like additional tracks or something if it was a paid upgrade. Why would they upgrade Mario Kart 8 when they just finished World? But it's that kind of deal. If Animal Crossing is getting a paid graphical update, it's probably going to come with new features too. And yeah, it'd be great if all of that was free, but you do want developers to get paid for the work they do, right? Like, it's not a matter of like, oh, defending corporate greed. Like, genuinely, it's paying the people who did the work. Like, it's one thing if it's the, you know, the Ubisoft approach of like, oh, we'll just reset you the game and pretend like the first version didn't even exist. It's like, Assassin's Creed? Yeah, we'll just pay us another $30 and we'll give you Ezio Collection running like it does on PlayStation. But like, it's another thing. For if they, you know, do anything other than just change a couple lines of code that magically let it run at a higher resolution and frame rate. Because I don't know how much work that is, but I can see, like, maybe that being, like, not too much work that you would need to, I don't want to say, you don't need to pay people for it, but, like, you know what I mean. That it's so little work done that it doesn't make sense to charge customers for it. I think I just knocked her into the bomb. I think she's gonna get blown up after getting hit by the red shell. I tell you, it does not feel good to be on the other end of doing that. It doesn't feel good to be hit by a red shell and then blown up, and it doesn't feel good to make someone experience that. But yeah, anyway, enough rambling about pricing. Because we all know this stinks, and the money doesn't go where we would hope it would go, you know, to the people who actually did the work. It's, you know, it's beating a dead horse, it's preaching to the choir, it's the choir singing about a horse that is dead. Yeah, I definitely trust Nintendo to do things that make sense, at least for the most part. You know, Mario Kart being $80, like, it kind of makes sense. It's a weird strategy, but I get it. There's an idea there. They want you to buy the bundle. Okay, so there's 3 stars on that. Did I even finish my train of thought with the Animal Crossing examples? Like, yeah. That would probably be a free update. They're probably coming in waves, because that's more exciting than everything happening all at once. And if it's going to be paid, it's going to have new features, I'm sure. I think that is their pricing strategy, because technically Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom have a new feature, the connecting to the app. For a moment, I was forgetting if, you know, I did pretty good as Goomba. Let me do Goomba again. Yeah, for a moment I was trying to remember if Breath of the Wild even got the new feature of the app. I believe it does. But yeah, like Kirby and Mario Party, that's coming with new content. Although I know there's also the Sims approach. You know, the way Sims 4 has been doing DLC is like, for the most part, new features are exclusive to DLC, but sometimes they'll include parts of the ideas in regular gameplay. I'm trying to think of what a good example would be. The first thing I think of is ladders. Ladders didn't exist in the base game until, like, I think it was like Eco Lifestyle, something like that. Yeah, I did it! Yes! Oh, that is a good shortcut. I like that. I feel like that gave me some that gave me some good distance on my opponents. Yeah, ladders didn't exist originally, and then DLC added them, but they added them to base game for free. There's just more ladders in the DLC. Actually, I think there's only one other style of ladder, but you know, you get the idea. They didn't exist, and then they did exist, and then they became part of the base game. You just get more with the DLC. But honestly, I think Sims 4 just has a weird pricing strategy in general, because they made it free to play now, solely off of the basis that there was just so much DLC that they're gonna make money on that game no matter what. I believe they call that a loss leader, which the only example of that I know in like big time business is like Costco's hot dogs, which, if I'm remembering right, the strategy there is that you show up for the really cheap hot dogs and pizza and stuff, but then you're at Costco anyway, so you might as well pick up a few things while you're there, and then that gets you to buy things that they can make money off, you know, make a profit off of, because they can't profit off of the hot dogs. That's why that's the loss in Loss Leader. They're losing out on that, but they'll make back money in other places, and the hot dogs are just there to encourage you to show up in the first place. I think they also say, like, generally gaming hardware is a loss leader for companies. You know, they make losses selling the hardware, but then they make the profit selling you the games. But yeah, Sims 4's pricing is just weird, because there's like $1 billion worth of DLC. Still not as much as Dead or Alive, because Dead or Alive has like $900 in costume DLC. That is ridiculous. Like, I think it's cool that Sims 4 is still getting updates and new DLC packs with new ideas to them. But yeah, Dead or Alive is definitely where I draw the line. It's like, you don't need that many different costumes. Like, come on. I wonder how many of them are even worth it. How many of them are actually, like, well designed? Or is it just like, here's a maid outfit, because, you know, we know our audience. We know you want these girls fighting in maid costumes. And then it's just like the most basic made outfit you can think of, and not even unique to each character. It's just the same outfit on each character. I don't know that for sure, but that's just what I imagine it's probably like. In contrast to The Sims 4, where I feel like the DLC is worth it. I would know. I frequently spend $100 on it every year. It's like, hey, Christmas money. How about I buy some Sims DLC? Oops, I spent $100. But I do play Sims 4 a lot, so it's worth it for me. You know, I get my money's worth. Though I'm still Ow! I'm still waiting for them to add cars back, because I want a garage. And I want to be able to make an auto mechanic. You know, just have a sim whose job is that they're a mechanic. That would be cool. Yeah, I guess my point is, like, I know Sims 4 is excessive with its DLC, but I think it's at least... I respect the developers themselves. Oh, actually I jumped it. Because I think it's clear that the people who actually work on the game care about the game, because they're frequently listening to the community, trying to patch bugs as quick as they can. And then when they think of a cool new feature that's just like too cool to not put into the base game, they put it in the base game. They don't skimp out. Or you know, the higher ups clearly want them to, but they try not to. I guess you could explain it under the logic of, well, we want to keep players interested in the base game even if they don't have the DLC, so we'll add some new features for free every now and then to keep people playing. And then eventually they'll be like, well, okay, that was cool, I want more, and then they buy the DLC. But whatever the logic may be, I think it's beneficial to both parties, to both players and the developers. Because they get their money for all that DLC, and players get new features and sometimes don't have to pay for them. Regardless of whatever the incentive or, you know, whatever the intent behind any of it is. And honestly, I think if you just bought the base game and then... What was it? How much was Sims at launch, actually? I was going to say, I'm sure it was $60, but I think I paid $40. And I don't think it was on sale, so was the base game $40? But, you know, if you just got the base game for free and you played it to try it out and it's like, okay, well, I like it, but it could use some more features. Just buy, like, $60 worth of DLC, or however much you think the game is worth. Buy that much in DLC and then see if you still think it's worth it. That's kind of my logic with, like, spending money on Warframe. It's like, I like Warframe, but it does feel like I kind of get nowhere with operating entirely off of playing for free. So I'm like, okay, well, I'll pay for some of the in-game currency and buy some stuff. And I won't spend any more than $60 unless I feel like the game is worth it. And I paid $5 for the currency at one point, and I really have not played much Warframe since, so I guess you could say I'm getting my money's worth. I guess I mean, I think the game is worth more than $5. That's not fair to the game. It's a very good game. It's very interesting, and it has cool mechanics. It's, you know, it's got fluid movement. That's really interesting for a third-person shooter. But, you know, part of me does kind of wish, like, I wish this was just a normal experience. A normal, like, I pay $60 and I get the whole game instead of it being free. So, like, I see it from both angles. It's cool that I could try it for free and then decide how much I think it's worth by paying for the in-game currency. But it is a game that I wish was just a normal game. It'd be cool to see them like do a spin-off one day where it's just like, hey, look, it's Warframe, but not free to play. Oh no, a big boo appeared. Oh, no. See, that's what I'm afraid of when I try to jump into rails. I see the blue shell coming. The harbinger of my doom. It's okay, I got 2 more coins back. It's okay. It's like it never happened. Yeah, King Boo's on the rail. What if I do? Oh. No! No! My stars! Why is it always King Boo? Well, it's not always King Boo. There's Daisy sometimes. And I think one time it was Baby Daisy, but King Boo! You ruined everything. I wonder if I hadn't fallen off that trying to grind the rail, if I would have been fine. I'll try one more time, but if King Boo snipes me again, not really, that wasn't really sniping. I think that was my fault, but if King Boo takes my win from me again, my 3 stars, I'll just try 50. It won't be very exciting, but it would be good practice for learning wall riding and whale. Jeez, I can't talk and I'm burping. Good opportunity to practice wall riding and rail grinding. I did it. I saw someone on the ARMS subreddit point out that the beginning of this stage is it's very reminiscent of a stage from ARMS. Oh, why did I use the mushroom there? I should have gone off the... Okay. I guess it's not that much of a shortcut. Hey, screw you, King Boo. It's reminiscent of the Ninja College from ARMS. Because that stage is also a set of... Like, see, it starts here on the set of stairs. Ninja College is also a set of stairs. And it's you know, Japan-themed. And set in autumn. It's got, like autumn leaves on all the trees. So it definitely feels like an intentional reference. Because it's the same people who made both games. And I'm definitely still hopeful that we'll get an ARMS 2 soon. The time is... It's been like 8 years. The time has come. I feel like it is a kind of the case of, like, this game was in development for a long time and they were just waiting to have the right ideas come together. No. Oh, I thought it was on that 3. I feel like ARMS 2 is probably the same case. They're probably, you know, working on it in the background. Or they probably have been working on it in the background this whole time. Just waiting to have the right ideas. And maybe now that they're done with World, maybe they can focus on it and then have something to show us soon. I was never happy with Mario Kart 8 bringing that back as a thing that you can get from item boxes. I grew up with the games where that's not a thing, and then suddenly having it be a thing is like, oh man, this stinks. Seriously, I can't even get first place on the first track. This game is mean. Fine. I'll drop it down to 50. And I'll straighten my back out. Sit up straight. Stop bumping the mic hand. Fine, let me practice this stage. Let me see if I can think of any good new routes. Any new places to go. The thing I find tricky about using... Well, aside from the cars. Something I find tricky about using free roam as practice. When it's a stage, you know, when you're racing on it as part of the Grand Prix. Or versus mode, whatever. There's boundaries. There's places the game will not let you go. And I don't know that those places are always clear. Like, can I get up here when I'm racing on it for real? Can I go through here? Excuse me, because you see, that's... Actually, I can do the rewind. Like that would... There was a bunch of boxes here before. But there's the start. Yeah, once you're up there. Like, maybe if you had a mushroom, you could probably plow through the boxes. Why does that turn seem way bigger now, though? Should you come around through here? And then you turn through here. I swear it wasn't that much of a turn before. It's an entire U-turn? I'm watching the map now. Yeah, that's a whole U-turn. Okay, let me give myself a bit of space here. Okay. I want it to be on the rails again. That's fine. So, like, if I got up here during a race, could I just jump there? That doesn't seem like it would let me do that. That's too much of a shortcut. Like, see, wait, hang on. Let me get to the map. Also, if you were wondering how you keep track of costumes for characters, you can mouse over them here in the world. So you can see the only costume I'm missing for Baby Mario is the one I mentioned, is the one I want. The construction outfit that goes great with that dump truck. And Donkey Kong only has one. But then look at how many Wario has. Like, Wario has, what is that, 8? And then Rosalina has 5. Okay, Boo has 4. That makes sense, because he doesn't really have a body. I imagine it's trickier to design costumes for him. Like, why does Baby Luigi have 3 and Baby Mario has 4? Why don't they both get the same themes? Why don't they both get, like, racer, swimsuit, and construction outfits? They're Mario and Luigi. They should match. Peach has 9. Toad has 5. Pauline has 2. Like, I know she's the newly returning character. Like, she hasn't been in a game in forever, and then suddenly Mario Odyssey brought her back. And she's kind of becoming a mainstay again. But why does she only get 2? I'm grateful Daisy has, like, 7. But then why does Peach have 9? And Pauline has 2. You can't spare more costumes for Pauline? Why does Baby Rosalina have more outfits than Baby Luigi? And look at how many Koopa it has! Why does Koopa have so many outfits? Why does it get 6? And that could make sense. But the Birdo only gets 2 new ones. Anyway, the point I was trying to make, go to DK Pass. I can show you that the one jump. I can probably drive up there. Yeah, this will make it. So this is that final stretch. Oh, I thought that was a peach coin. No, it's just a regular coin. Of course it's not a peach coin. That was too easy to get to. So if you were up here, and I know the answer, but it makes you think like you could go there, and then if you were careful or you had a mushroom or something, you could just turn right around and skip a small chunk of the game, the stage. But if you go here in a... I'm expecting it to drop my momentum. Like, if you go here in a race, it resets you. It pulls you up with Lakitu. So it's tricky using free roam as your practice, because there's some, like... And they've even said, like, they want free roam to be a thing where you're going around and you find, like, new routes. But it's tricky to do that when not every route you find... Does it bother you that I just pronounced route as route, and then before that I pronounced it as route? They want you to find new routes, but not every route you find is a route you can use. Like, I'm pretty sure over here it gets blocked off in the main race. Definitely, that definitely doesn't exist. Ooh. I saw that peach coin before, but it disappeared, and I don't know why. So I'm glad I was able to get it there. The sound effect it plays when you're doing multiple tricks kind of makes me think that you can stack them. If you do sorry, my throat's a little dry. That if you do enough of them in a row, it eventually makes your boost bigger. But yeah, I just gotta wait for the people who know what they're doing to figure the game out. And then I will probably, you know, they will probably post on it, post about it on Reddit, and then I will know. Kind of wish I could do a wheelie. I'm not saying they need to bring back wheeling from Wii, but I kind of wish I could wheelie. Well, at least I can do one on the power lines. Okay, I don't know where I'm going now. Oh yeah, I was trying to practice the well, whatever. Okay, I was Goomba too many races in a row. Let's be Luigi. Because I have not gotten him anything. Be a basic cart. This is the last cup I need too. And it has to be one I can't even do 100. I can't even get the 3 stars on 100 cc's. I have to lower it to 50. But like I said, it's practice. I see you over there, King Boo. Don't make me pull the poltergust out on you. You just stay in the back. Just don't steal the win. I thought I heard somewhere that when you're drifting in Mario Kart, you're supposed to hit the thumbstick back and forth. And that helps you build up a boost faster. That might just be in some games. It might not be this game. I'm pretty sure that at least is the case in Double Dash. Yeah, I think you need a mushroom for that. Oh yeah, I'm looking at the mini map now. How have I never noticed that's a U-turn? That is a whole entire U-turn. It feels like it's 3/4 of a circle when you're actually doing the racetrack. So I know that there was that list of games that were getting free upgrades, free Switch 2 upgrades that we knew about for a long time. And then I remember I saw, I think it was Wednesday, so like my American brain wants to say that the night before the Switch 2 came out, but technically it was already out in New Zealand. I think by that point. If not by that point, then at least a little bit after, like soon enough after. There was someone shared on Reddit a list of games that were getting updates. That was, you know, all the games we expected, all the games we knew were getting, but then also like a few that we didn't know were getting upgrades. That got they got updates, and in the patch notes they said like update it to take advantage of the Switch 2's hardware or something like that. And I believe Xenoblade 3, of the ones I remember anyway, not like the only new games that we didn't know about before, but now we know. But two games that I remember seeing that we didn't know about before were Xenoblade 3 and Mario Wonder, which I played Wonder on the Switch 2. That was one game I tried. I haven't gotten around to Xenoblade yet, but that's definitely a case where you put it in and it's like, oh, well, this doesn't look better. It just still looks good. You know, it looks as good as always. So I think that's a good example of like, you know, it doesn't look better. It just continues to look good. It doesn't look mind-blowingly better. Just, yeah, looks good. I have also played a bit of Breath of the Wild with the Switch 2 upgrade, because that comes free with that's free for Nintendo Switch Online Expansion Pass member subscribers. I guess members was redundant if I was going to say subscribers, but anyway. Luigi sure is happy. That is correct, game. So happy. Anyway. Yeah, I played a bit of that. I also decided I would take this opportunity to buy the DLC. Dolphin! Take my item box, why don't you? Swoop! I think Swoop is probably one of the funniest of the minion characters. Because it doesn't even look like he's doing anything. He's just sitting there on the bike while it goes. Like, the cart is doing all the work, and he's just... It's like he doesn't even know what he's doing. He's just sitting, unaware that he is currently racing. But yeah, I never got the DLC for Breath of the Wild, because it didn't sound all that interesting to me. But now I'm like, okay, well, there's a Switch 2 upgrade. It's a good excuse to, you know, give myself a reason to play it other than just looking at the pretty graphics. Ow. And I don't, like, I don't want to say I don't notice the difference, because, like, obviously it's a higher frame rate. I think I do still notice places where it's low resolution, though, and that's a little disappointing. And I don't want to say, like, it's not worth the $10, but it is, like... It is off-putting the fact that, like, hey, this is one of the paid upgrades, and it still has parts that are low resolution. Like, not the most low resolution, but you can see that there's... what do they call it? Was it tearing? No, not screen tearing. Aliasing. Like there were parts that I could notice aliasing on, which I thought part of the appeal of having something in a high resolution was that you don't see aliasing. So I thought that of all games, I thought that the ones with the paid upgrades would be the ones that would not have any aliasing on the Switch 2. But yeah, that's just my initial impression from playing for like 10 minutes maybe. I was also playing on Master Mode, so... Ow. That's a very Luigi thing to do. But yeah, I was scared from all the tough monsters in the beginning area, so I didn't play for long. I honestly feel like I should start a non-Master Mode playthrough to appreciate the graphics, and then do Master Mode some other time. And then I get to do the DLC, you know, I was gonna say base game DLC. That's a contradiction, I think. But do the story quests, I guess. The new story quests and, you know, the Master Cycle quests. And then do Master Mode. But yeah, that's a lot of you know, kind of a time sink to do that. I don't really know if I want to be playing Breath of the Wild right now, let alone do 2 playthroughs. I at least intended on finishing my second Tears of the Kingdom playthrough, and also my playthrough of Pokemon Violet, which I've also checked that out, and I'm like, that's pretty snazzy. It's pretty cool seeing that game run at a high resolution. And I think people are coming around to it now that it, quote-unquote, runs like a video game now. I don't like when people make that joke, but it's the joke people are making right now. And it's a mostly complete playthrough too, so like, all I gotta do is Area 0. That's all that's left, and then I've beaten Scarlet and Violet at that point. It's just I'm kind of waiting to be in the mood for Pokemon. I don't really know that I don't trust that my Pokemon are strong enough to beat the game right now. I think part of my plan with waiting for the Switch 2 to come out was, or waiting to finish the playthrough when the Switch 2 came out, was to, like, oh, when the Switch 2 comes out, I'll finish this playthrough, and then I'll go around the world and do a little bit of grinding while I take in the new high-resolution graphics, high-frame rate graphics. But I honestly don't know where in the game I would go to get more levels on my Pokemon. I guess, like, I can do raids. Yeah, I kind of was expecting, like, oh, when the Switch 2 comes out, I'm gonna be hooked on Mario Kart. I think I was overestimating free roam mode, honestly. I thought I was gonna be like, oh, when Switch 2 comes out, I'm just gonna sit there, I'm gonna be stuck in my chair, just just trying to get as close to 100% in free roam mode as I can. It's like, no, honestly, I don't feel a whole lot of motivation to do all the free roam stuff. I'm glad it exists, and it's definitely something I'll go to if I'm like, well, I want to play Mario Kart, but I don't just want to race. But right now, it's like, well, there's a lot I could be playing right now. Three of those choices being open world games. 4 if you count Echoes of Wisdom as an open world game. I don't really count it because it's top down, but it is open. Also, that game got surprise update of not just Switch 2 upgrade like promised, but now there's a favorites menu for your Echoes. So that's a pleasant surprise. It's been a nice thing to utilize while replaying the game to look at the... I was gonna say pretty graphics. Well, not much more pretty than they already were, just stable frame rate. It's really the only thing that game needed. And that's why I'm glad the Switch 2 exists. Is Nintendo was already doing pretty good with their graphics. They just needed that stability. They needed games to be able to run at higher frame rates and resolution, and now we have that with Switch 2. That's me about to talk in circles. Like, that's why I don't get the people who think the Switch 2 is underwhelming. Like, yeah, I'm pretty sure I already said about that. Am I just not allowed to cross a bridge in peace in this game? I always gotta get hit by lightning or a blue shell. Take that, King Boo. Go back to a painting. Or go back to being in a painting. Yeah, I think Echoes of Wisdom is really, like, the perfect example of, like, why Nintendo doesn't need anything better than the Switch 2. Like, sure, it would be cool, but they don't need it. They're already great at making games. They just needed that extra little bit of power so that games like Echoes of Wisdom can run at their full potential and not be held back by 8-year-old hardware. So, like, that's really my general feeling about the Switch 2 right now. My first impression is, like, I'm not as blown away as I thought I would be, but I don't need to be, because it's what Nintendo needs it to be. Okay, sure, take my coin. I've got 15 coins right now anyway. I don't think I get a speed boost from it. I think it's only up to 10 coins, and then everything else is just a buffer. That's also a thing I'm waiting for the people who know what they're doing to figure out about this game. Who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it does, excuse me, give you a boost up to 20 coins. I think in Crash Team Racing, it's like, it's a very similar mechanic with the Wumpas. Actually, no, wait, now I forget. Because I think they do increase your max speed, like in Mario Kart. But I know they also improve your items. And I don't remember if that's at 10 or at 20. Now I want to say it's at 20. But I was going to say, like, they give you the speed boost up to 10 Wumpas. And then if you go up to 20, it's just a safety buffer. But then I remembered items, like, oh, okay, well, maybe that's not the case. Now I don't remember. Haha! You can't lightning me, I got spiny shelled. Nope, not that way. Oh yeah, I got room. I got distance. And that was last track, right? Yes. Okay, finally. 3 stars in that cup. For, you know, at least at one setting. So let's see if there's any kind of, like, even if it's just a sticker, let's see if there's any kind of reward. Peepa. What a funny enemy name. Nothing. Got more Luigi costumes. Go back to Mario. Yeah, okay. So either it means nothing, and it's just bragging rights to get all the stars, which is probably the case. Or it doesn't do anything until you get 3 stars and gold cup. Well, actually, I guess you can only get the stars if you get the gold cups. So it doesn't do anything unless you get 3 stars on 150 CCs. And then it trickles down, so you don't even need to say, do it on all the CCs. No, just this one. This one's the only one that matters. I could see it as if you get 3 stars on 150 CCs in all the cups, that you get a special gold cart. I think they usually do that. I know in 8, there was the gold pieces, and one of them was obtained by getting all 3 stars on all the cups on all the difficulties, or at least 150 CCs, I forget. But I guess that's all I'll do for now. And definitely all I'm streaming for now, so that's going to be it for tonight. But actually, I guess I've gotten I'm getting my wrist straps off so I can like take off my headphones and stuff later. But I can try to get all the like I want to see if anything happens, but I don't know that I have the patience to deal with the item RNG, you know, getting it by way of trying to get 3 stars on 150 CCs on all the cups. So I don't know, maybe this is the last thing I'm missing. Like, I need to do the same thing here, and maybe CCs doesn't matter. It just needs to be 3 stars on all the cups in all of these modes as well, and then maybe that gets you the card. But either way, that's it for tonight. Thanks for watching. See you. I don't know if I want to do more Monday. I might do something else Monday. So for now, I'll just do the end of series end. Thanks for watching. Bye. See you Monday. Bye.